Apocalypse by Yousef Alqamoussi. Easter Someday. Whoever knew that trees could get so big, or sunny roads could echo in the day? These hollow streets, sand swings and basketballs, sing but the trips of leaves against the lawn. A lazy sun plods by, remote and dragged, and in the wind a crisp and jagged chill scrapes vacant stoops and stumbles through the chimes as squirrels and birds commence their working day. At pace with cats I browse the cracks of roads like routes along an ancient treasure map. Delivery folk abound. I halt and bow in honor of their service to our flag, and wave to passing strangers, doubting if I'll ever see another one again. Manic dogs converse from yard to yard. A narrow glove is waiting in the grass. A Kroger bag, that crackling tumbleweed, skids down the shafts of still suburbia. Above, behold, a conference of the birds, now dervishes in heaven, in the free, ascended and suspended in the sky, awaiting the revival of the Lord. Happy Easter, says the gardening man. Across the lawn a couple trudges off the curb to let a skittish stranger pass their dog, who perks and sniffs 6 feet away. The danger flees. They tug the dog, ascend the curb, continue limping down the road. A graveyard looms behind them in the east. Some children run around a lamppost bloom with flowers on the island of their lawn, and huddle near the red wheelbarrow on which so much depends. We walk the pavement, every house a tale. A row of banners, speckled, hanging, sulks along the doorways, drooping in the wind. A march from house to house, yet none a home. A playground ribboned up with yellow tape. Kebabs and onions searing on the grill, as father can't recall the names of friends. Panini, Benini, Khafaji, El-Lebban. We chew the meat, and father laughs as Tom and Jerry wreak some havoc on his phone. With tea he skims the archives of the dawn for cute cat videos. Bizazin! He squaws. Today our brims run over. His flock declares, shall we not rise, as he has risen on this day for us? Shall we not rise, like dust and air, bowed head and lowered eyes? Shall we be herded from our shepherd's house by orders from the likes of men and kings? Refuse, resist, that we may have our rights again. Attend, even in secrecy. Essential Eli shan't forsake us hence. For though we cross the face of the shadow of death, we fear no evil. Come into the fold. Petition the Lord with prayer. Praise his name. We exercise the right to risk our lives. We fear the plague, but fear its fear as well, and even more. For what is safety if its shelter is more perilous than death? Rise, rise. Forsake the sepulchres, roll back your stones, and tear away the shrouds. Let's march on Lansing, march America. Injustice here's injustice everywhere. Liberate, liberate, thank God Almighty, liberate. The power of Christ and Benjamin compels them. The shepherd's bard, but waltzing in his garb, the priesthood of the valley and the hill, both great and terrible, all with much to say. A fine triumvirate, Bite and Buck and Bill. O Trinity, our dollar which art in heaven. And now, as if to rouse our souls and faith, you, President, a man of wealth and taste, how great indeed, devoid of doubt and pain, what puzzles is the nature of your game. When Oz misspoke, why did he speak at all? That we the people may enlist for war, emerge, come back to work, assume the ranks, that wolves may have their sheep and eat them too? Shall we convene, compliant, orderly, like bricks along your parchment silicon wall, to scrape and rake your muck while you collect? My countrymen, we are too brash for luck, too wild for good, too boisterous for sense. Perhaps disaster is our only hope. Perhaps we crave a perilous fight beyond the ramparts of our stoops and lawns. Perhaps this land and home of free and brave would best be left to thrash with death than crouch in fear. Perhaps with time and fate we best be left to strive, to seek, to find, but not to yield.